power of self-talk, ladies and gentlemen. What if the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the way you speak to yourself? Every day, the words we use either empower us or hold us back, shaping our reality without us even noticing. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed? Imagine if for just 7 days you could flip those thoughts around. What if you replaced doubt with unshakable confidence, fear with bold action, and self-sabotage with self-belief? The truth is, you have the power to reshape your mindset and transform your life just by changing the words you use. Stick with me and I'll show you how shifting your inner dialogue can open doors you never thought possible. This isn't about empty affirmations, it's about creating the reality you truly deserve. The way you talk to yourself either lifts you up or weighs you down. Every thought, every phrase you repeat, and every belief you hold influences your reality, whether you're aware of it or not. Unfortunately, most people live trapped in a cycle of negative self-talk, unknowingly reinforcing their doubts and limitations. They say, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, or what if I fail? And without realizing it, they start believing these words as truth. But what if for just 1 week you changed the way you spoke to yourself? What if instead of doubt, you filled your mind with words of power, belief, and confidence? What if you talked to yourself the way a strong, successful, and unstoppable version of you would? Your mind listens to every word you say. When you tell yourself that you are capable, strong, and worthy of success, you begin to act like it. And when you act like it, your reality begins to shift. Today, I'm going to show you how speaking to yourself differently for just 7 days can completely change your mindset and ultimately, your life. Stay with me as I guide you through affirmations that will help you break free from doubt, take control of your future, and unlock your true potential. I can achieve anything I truly want. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every single day, the way you speak to yourself determines the kind of life you experience. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not ready, I'm not capable, or I'll never succeed, your mind will accept those thoughts as fact. Over time, these beliefs become deeply rooted, holding you back from what you're truly capable of achieving. But here's the good news, you have the power to rewrite that script. Imagine if for just 7 days you replace those limiting thoughts with one simple yet powerful affirmation. I can achieve anything I truly want. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's a shift in mindset. When you start affirming your potential, your thoughts will align with that belief. Suddenly, what once seemed impossible becomes a challenge you're ready to take on. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't start with all the talent, resources, or luck in their favor. What set them apart was their unshakable belief in their ability to succeed. When they faced setbacks, they didn't give up. They kept going. That's the mindset that makes all the difference. Success isn't about being the smartest or most skilled, it's about persistence, self-belief, and the refusal to let failure be the final answer. You already have everything within you to achieve your dreams. But here's the key, you have to believe it before you see it. Success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect conditions. It comes from showing up every day and refusing to quit. The people you admire, the ones who have achieved greatness, started exactly where you are. They faced doubts, failures, and challenges. But they pushed forward because they believed in themselves. Self-doubt is one of the biggest killers of dreams. It's easy to look at others and assume they had an advantage you didn't. But the truth is, success isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone willing to believe in their own potential and take action. Many people give up too soon because they think failure is permanent. They fail once and assume that's the end. But the most successful individuals see failure differently. To them, failure is just a stepping stone to success. What would happen if you changed the way you looked at challenges? Instead of asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I succeed? Your words have the power to transform your actions, and your actions determine your results. If you truly believe you can achieve anything, you'll start making decisions that align with that belief. But belief alone isn't enough, it has to be paired with action. You can't just sit back and wait for success to find you. You have to take bold steps forward even when you feel uncertain. Every successful person took action before they felt ready. They understood that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. The key is to begin even if your first step feels small or imperfect. Visualize your success. Picture yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, and becoming the person you aspire to be. Visualization is a powerful tool used by top performers, athletes, and entrepreneurs. When you expect success, your actions will start to reflect that expectation and your results will follow. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's built through small, consistent actions over time. You might not see immediate results, but every step forward brings you closer to your goals. The key to long-term success is persistence. Even when progress feels slow, keep moving. Sometimes the smallest steps lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Your journey won't always be smooth. You'll face doubt, fear, and frustration. But remember, every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. The road to success is rarely straight, but each challenge teaches you something valuable. When you believe in yourself, you start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin turning every challenge into a lesson. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the talented. It's for those who refuse to quit. Those who keep pushing forward when others give up. You can achieve anything you truly desire if you believe it's possible. Start today by shifting your mindset. Speak words of confidence and power into your life. Tell yourself every day, I am capable. I am strong. I will succeed. Because when you do, your reality will begin to change. Overcoming fear and doubt are the two biggest roadblocks standing between you and your dreams. They whisper in your ear telling you that you're not good enough, not ready enough, not strong enough. They try to convince you that failure is too painful to risk trying. But here's the truth, fear is a liar. Fear is not real, it's a story your mind creates based on past experiences and imagined failures. It thrives in uncertainty, feeding on the unknown. And doubt? Doubt is nothing more than a habit, one that can be broken. Every person who has ever achieved something great has felt fear and doubt. The difference is they didn't let it stop them. They acted in spite of it. Think about a time in your life when you were afraid to do something, but you did it anyway. Maybe it was speaking in front of a crowd, applying for a job, or stepping outside your comfort zone. At that moment, fear felt overwhelming, but what happened once you took action? The fear disappeared. That's because action kills fear. Fear only has power when you stand still. The moment you take a step forward, fear starts to fade. The more action you take, the more confidence you build. Doubt works the same way. When you doubt yourself, it's because your mind is focused on what could go wrong. But what if you flip the script? Instead of thinking, what if I fail, start thinking, what if I succeed? Let me tell you a secret. Most of the things you fear will never happen. We waste so much energy worrying about things that never come true. And even if something does go wrong, you'll handle it. You've overcome challenges before, and you will again. The only way to truly conquer fear is to face it. If something scares you, that's usually a sign you need to do it. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Here's an exercise. Think about the biggest fear that's holding you back right now. Maybe it's starting a business, changing careers, or going after a goal you've been putting off. Now imagine your future self 1 year from today. What if you let fear win? How would you feel knowing you stayed in the same place, letting doubt control your life? Imagine the opposite. Imagine yourself taking action, pushing past fear, and making real progress. Picture how much stronger, happier, and more confident you'll feel knowing you didn't let fear stop you. Fear and doubt lose their grip when you take control of your mindset. Instead of saying, I can't do this, start saying, I am capable, I am ready, and I will succeed. Every time fear whispers in your ear, answer back with action. Prove to yourself that fear is nothing more than an illusion. The people who achieve greatness in life aren't fearless, they're courageous. They feel the fear, but they don't let it stop them. They move forward despite the doubts. You can do the same. The choice is yours. Will you let fear control your life, or will you take control and create the future you deserve? The power of consistency. Success isn't about one big moment. It's not about a single breakthrough, a lucky opportunity, or an overnight transformation. Success is built on small, consistent actions taken every single day. Think about a drop of water falling on a rock. One drop won't make a difference. 100 drops might not even be noticeable. But after years of steady dripping, that water can carve through solid stone. That's the power of consistency. The problem is, most people don't stay consistent long enough to see results. They start strong, full of energy and excitement. But when they don't see instant progress, they give up. They tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. But the truth is, success is reserved for those who keep going even when it feels like nothing is happening. Let's look at some real-life examples. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He didn't stop because things weren't working. He kept experimenting until they did. Kobe Bryant practiced his basketball skills for hours before the sun even came up. He wasn't just naturally talented, he outworked everyone. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. She didn't stop writing. What do all these people have in common? They showed up every day. They put in the work, even when no one was watching. Even when they weren't getting results. And that's exactly what you need to do. Small steps lead to big results. Let's say your goal is to get in shape. You don't have to spend 5 hours a day in the gym. Just start with 20 minutes of movement. Do it every day. Over time, those small workouts will add up, and soon you'll see the transformation. Maybe you want to build a business. You don't need to have all the answers right away. Just take one small step each day, learning, networking, improving your skills. Eventually, those small steps will build into something big. Whatever your goal is, focus on progress, not perfection. Success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Doing something imperfectly every day is better than doing it perfectly once. Building a habit of success, here's how you can develop consistency in anything. Start small, don't try to change everything at once. Focus on one habit at a time. Set a daily goal, even if it's just 5 minutes. Commit to doing something every day. Track your progress, seeing your improvement will keep you motivated. Stay disciplined, motivation fades, but discipline keeps you going. Embrace the boring days, not every day will be exciting. Success is built in the moments when you keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you stayed consistent. What could you achieve? How much could your life change? The truth is, you're just 1 year of consistency away from a completely different life. So, don't stop. Don't wait. Start today and keep going. Overcoming fear and self-doubt. Fear and self-doubt are silent killers of dreams. They creep into your mind and whisper, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh at me? But here's the truth. Every successful person you admire has felt fear. They've doubted themselves. The difference is they didn't let fear stop them. Fear is a sign of growth. If you feel fear, congratulations. It means you're stepping outside your comfort zone. It means you're about to grow. Think about the first time you tried something new, maybe riding a bike, speaking in front of an audience, or starting a new job. At first it felt uncomfortable. Maybe you even failed. But over time you got better. The same applies to every challenge in life. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a green light telling you to go forward. Self-doubt is a liar. Self-doubt will try to convince you that you're not ready, that you're not talented enough, that you don't have what it takes. But let's break that illusion. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine if he had listened to self-doubt and quit. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Imagine if she had believed that. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. What if he had let that define him? The truth is, your doubts are just thoughts, not facts. How to conquer fear and self-doubt. Here's how you take control. Take action despite fear. Fear loses power when you move forward. The more you do something, the less scary it becomes. Be free from failure is learning. Every mistake is a lesson. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey is unique. Focus on your progress, not someone else's timeline. Surround yourself with positivity. Be around people who believe in you. Their confidence will push you forward. Visualize success. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios, see yourself winning. Your mind believes what you tell it. Your fear is smaller than you think. Most of the things we fear never even happen. And if they do, they're rarely as bad as we imagine. So what if you fail? You learn. You grow. You get back up stronger. What if you succeed? Your entire life changes. The only way to find out is to face your fears and take action. Fear will always be there. The question is, will you let it control you, or will you take control of your future? Building a resilient mindset. Life is unpredictable. Challenges will come. Obstacles will test you. People will doubt you, but the one thing that determines your success is not how easy the journey is, it's how resilient you are. Resilience is the ability to keep going, no matter what. It's the mindset that says, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise again. Why resilience matters? Think about a tree in a storm. The wind blows, the rain pours, but the strongest trees don't break. They bend, they adapt, and they grow even deeper roots. Now think about your own life. Every difficulty you faced, every failure, rejection, or heartbreak has made you stronger. Even if you didn't realize it at the time, you survived. And if you survived before, you can survive again. Not just survive, but thrive. How to build an unbreakable mindset. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you develop. And here's how. Accept that struggles are part of growth. Every setback is preparing you for a bigger comeback. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, this is teaching me. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. You can't control the economy. You can't control other people. But you can control your effort, your attitude, and your actions. Focus on what's in your power. Develop mental toughness. Train your mind like you train your body. Push yourself a little harder every day. Do the uncomfortable things, build discipline. The stronger your mind, the easier life's challenges will feel. Find purpose in the pain. Every struggle has meaning. Maybe your failures are shaping you into a better version of yourself. Maybe your challenges are preparing you to inspire others. When you find purpose, pain becomes fuel. Surround yourself with resilient people. Energy is contagious. If you're around complainers, you'll complain. If you're around warriors, you'll fight. Choose your circle wisely. Keep moving forward no matter what, even when you feel broken. Even when you feel tired. Even when you feel like giving up. Take one more step. The moment you refuse to quit is the moment you start winning. You are stronger than you think. Think things, Shro. When you find where you thought you would make it. A time when life knocked you down. But here you are, you survived, and if you've done it before, you can do it again. So no matter how tough things get, remind yourself, I am strong. I am resilient. Nothing can break me. Because in the end, it's not about avoiding the storms, it's about learning to dance in the rain. Stop waiting for permission. Many people hesitate to pursue happiness, waiting for validation from others. Ideal circumstances are a clear signal that it's the right time. But the reality is the only approval you truly need is your own. When you grant yourself permission to chase your dreams and embrace joy, you unlock endless possibilities. It's time to stop standing in your own way. You don't need to justify your ambitions to anyone. Your worth isn't something to be earned, it's inherent. Success isn't something you need to prove you deserve, it's something you claim because you are worthy of it. Happiness isn't a privilege, it's your birthright. The life you've always wanted is already within reach. The only thing left to do, start living it. I am stronger than my fears. Fear is a powerful force that can keep you from reaching your full potential. It plants seeds of doubt, convincing you to stay within your comfort zone. It tells you to avoid risks, second-guess your abilities, and hesitate before taking action. Fear keeps you from pursuing opportunities and robs you of the chance to grow. But here's the truth, fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. Each time you let fear dictate your choices, you reinforce the belief that it is stronger than you. But fear is not a stop sign, it's a test. It's a challenge that separates those who push forward from those who hold back. The most successful people aren't fearless, they simply refuse to let fear control them. Think about how many times fear has held you back. Maybe it was the fear of failure that kept you from starting something new. Maybe it was the fear of rejection that stopped you from pursuing a relationship, a job, or a dream. Or maybe the fear of judgment silenced your voice when you had something important to say. For the next few days, make a commitment to challenge your fears. When fear tells you to stay quiet, speak up anyway. When it tells you to hold back, take action anyway. When it tries to keep you inside your comfort zone, step out anyway. Every time you push through fear, you build unshakable confidence that will carry you through every aspect of your life. I grow wiser with every experience. Life is a continuous journey of learning. Every experience, good or bad, carries a lesson. Success teaches you what works and failure teaches you what doesn't. True growth doesn't come from avoiding mistakes or hardships, it comes from learning from them. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Every situation you encounter is an opportunity to expand your knowledge and evolve into a better version of yourself. Unfortunately, many people view challenges as setbacks instead of stepping stones. They believe their failures define them and that they will never overcome them. But the truth is, wisdom comes from experience and experience comes from taking action. Every decision you make, right or wrong, contributes to your personal growth. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago or even last year. Every struggle, every obstacle, and every lesson has shaped you into who you are today. But the question is, are you using those experiences to grow, or are you allowing them to hold you back? Too many people spend their lives dwelling on past mistakes, feeling trapped by what they cannot change. But regret is wasted energy. No amount of wishing can rewrite the past. What you can do is learn from your experiences and use those lessons to make better choices moving forward. Your past does not define you, how you use it to shape your future does. Growth doesn't happen automatically. Simply going through challenges won't make you wiser, you must reflect on them. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I use this lesson to grow? What does this experience teach me about myself and about life? The difference between those who continue to grow and those who stay stuck is simple: perspective. If you see every challenge as a lesson, you will keep evolving. But if you dwell on your mistakes and let them create fear and doubt, you will remain stuck. The most successful people in the world are those who embrace challenges as learning opportunities. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of it. Every setback, every mistake, and every obstacle is a stepping stone to growth. If you never fail, it means you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You're staying in your comfort zone, avoiding risks, and missing out on the incredible growth that comes from overcoming challenges. I am grateful for my life today. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces for transforming your life. It has the ability to shift your mindset, change your perspective, and bring a deep sense of fulfillment into your daily experience. Too often people focus on what they lack, what's missing, what's wrong, or what they wish they had. They get so caught up in chasing more that they forget to appreciate what they already have. But here's the truth: gratitude turns what you have into enough. When you focus on what's already in your life, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance, from problems to possibilities, from complaints to blessings. Gratitude opens your eyes to the beauty that already surrounds you. It allows you to see life's gifts even in the midst of difficulties. When you practice gratitude, you naturally attract more positivity. You begin to see opportunities instead of roadblocks, solutions instead of obstacles. Most people think that happiness comes from success, from achieving goals, acquiring things, or reaching the next milestone. But the reality is the opposite. Happiness does not come from success. Happiness creates success. People who are grateful, who appreciate the present, and who find joy in the small things naturally attract more abundance, creativity, and resilience. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring your problems. It's about recognizing that, even in tough times, there is always something to appreciate. Think back to a time when you longed for something you have now: a job, a relationship, peace of mind, or a personal achievement. At one point, what you have today was just a dream. Now it's your reality. Take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. Too many people are so focused on what's next that they forget to appreciate their progress. They set new goals, chase new dreams, and always look ahead, never stopping to recognize their achievements. But constantly striving without gratitude can leave you feeling empty. When you pause to appreciate where you are, you open the door to greater fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't just change your mindset, it changes how you approach everything in life. Challenges feel less overwhelming, difficulties become opportunities for growth, and setbacks no longer defeat you. Your relationships also strengthen when you practice gratitude. You become more aware of the kindness, support, and love from those around you. And when you express your appreciation, you deepen those connections, fostering more meaningful and positive relationships. Gratitude is not just about looking back on what you have, it's also about looking forward with optimism. When you believe good things are coming, when you trust that life is working in your favor, you attract more success, more opportunities, and more joy. The law of attraction is real. What you focus on expands. If you dwell on negativity, scarcity, and problems, that's what will dominate your life. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, abundance, and possibility, you start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Tips for maintaining positive self-talk long-term. If you want to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, start small. Every morning, list 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be major. Small moments matter just as much. Maybe it's the fresh air outside, the roof over your head, a supportive friend, or simply the opportunity to wake up and work toward your goals. Throughout the day, whenever something frustrates you or a challenge arises, pause and look for something to appreciate in that situation. Gratitude is not just about being thankful when things are going well, it's about finding something positive, even in difficult moments. At night, take a few moments to reflect on your day. Ask yourself, what went well today? What made me smile?